What if the cooking oil sitting in your kitchen right now isn't what you think it is? What if that golden liquid you pour into your pan every morning, the one that says 100% pure or heart healthy on the label, was actually a chemical cocktail, mixed, bleached, and deodorized before it ever reached your shelf? And what if the biggest cooking oil brands in the world, the ones you've trusted for years, were quietly selling you something that could hurt your heart, your hormones, and even your wallet? Because behind every shiny bottle and healthy label lies a billion-dollar industry built on confusion, marketing tricks, and hidden shortcuts. So today, we're pulling back the curtain and exposing how the cooking oil fraud industry really works, and why big brands don't want you to know the truth. Welcome to BizWorld Explorer, where we reveal the hidden truths behind everyday products and the corporations that make them. If you're curious about what's really inside the brands you trust, hit that subscribe button, because we post new investigations every week to help you shop smarter, live healthier, and never get fooled by fancy packaging again. Cooking oils seem harmless, even healthy. We use them for frying, baking, salads, and every meal in between. But what if I told you that the oil industry has become one of the most misleading parts of our modern food system? From fake, extra virgin olive oils, to vegetable oils mixed with industrial chemicals, to organic brands that are anything but. The truth is, not all oils are created equal. So, let's uncover the 5 major oil industry secrets that big companies hope you'll never find out. The fake pure oil illusion. When you see 100% pure on a label, what do you imagine? A fresh, natural oil pressed from clean seeds or olives, right? Well, reality couldn't be further from that picture. Many pure or vegetable oils are heavily refined, meaning they're extracted using high heat and chemical solvents like hexane, a substance derived from petroleum. During this refining process, oils are bleached, deodorized, and stripped of nearly all nutrients. Then, to make them look appealing, manufacturers add artificial color and market them as light or healthy. The FDA allows trace residues of solvents to remain, but long-term exposure to these chemicals, even in small amounts, has raised health concerns in multiple studies. One recent consumer test found that some popular vegetable oils contained oxidation products, tiny compounds formed when oils are overheated or stored too long. These compounds have been linked to inflammation and cell damage in the body. But companies continue to sell them as pure, because they know the average shopper doesn't have time to read between the lines. So next time you see pure on a bottle, remember, purity doesn't always mean safe. The olive oil scandal. Olive oil has been celebrated for centuries as one of the healthiest fats on Earth. But did you know that much of the olive oil sold in supermarkets isn't truly olive oil at all? Independent tests in the US and Europe have found that up to 70% of olive oils labeled extra virgin are diluted with cheaper seed oils like soybean, sunflower, or palm. And sometimes the olives themselves are low-grade or spoiled, refined to remove bad odor, then relabeled as extra virgin. Brands like Filippo Berio and Pompeian have faced class action lawsuits in the past for misleading extra virgin claims. While they've denied wrongdoing, the lawsuits revealed just how easy it is for big producers to blend cheap oils and still legally sell them. Here's what most consumers don't realize. Real extra virgin olive oil goes rancid quickly when exposed to heat, light, or air. But supermarket shelves are lined with clear plastic bottles, which means by the time you buy it, it might already have lost its antioxidants and flavor. If you want the real thing, look for harvest or press dates on the bottle. Dark glass packaging labels that say cold-pressed or single origin. And ideally, buy from local or verified producers, because in the olive oil world, extra virgin doesn't always mean extra honest. The palm oil problem. Now let's talk about the world's most widely used oil, palm oil. It's in nearly half of all supermarket products, from cookies to instant noodles, margarine, and even soap. But palm oil is also one of the most controversial ingredients on Earth. Here's why. To meet global demand, palm oil plantations have cleared massive areas of tropical rainforest, destroying habitats for endangered animals like orangutans and tigers. And while some companies now advertise sustainable palm oil, many watchdog groups say those certifications are often meaningless, with weak audits and little real oversight. But the environmental story is only part of it. Palm oil, when refined, also loses most of its vitamins and antioxidants. And like many seed oils, it can become oxidized at high temperatures, forming compounds that may affect cholesterol and heart health over time. The irony? Palm oil is often marketed as cholesterol-free, which sounds great until you realize it doesn't mean heart-healthy. So every time you grab a processed snack, look at the back of the package. If it lists vegetable oil without naming the source, there's a good chance it's palm oil in disguise. The recycled oil trick. Ever wonder what happens to used cooking oil from restaurants and fast food chains? In many countries, that oil is collected, filtered, and resold to other businesses. Sometimes even reprocessed and mixed into bottles labeled fresh. This practice, known as recycling or re-refining, saves companies millions of dollars, but poses serious health risks to consumers. Used oil contains free radicals, trans fats, and aldehydes formed during frying. When reheated, these compounds multiply, and prolonged exposure has been linked to liver strain, clogged arteries, and even cancer risk in animal studies. While it's illegal to repackage used oil as new, the lack of strict inspection makes it easy for smaller suppliers to blend recycled oil into new batches. In 2023, an investigation in Asia uncovered that over 100,000 liters of reused oil had been distributed to restaurants and grocery chains under new labels. Even though the US and Europe have stronger controls, the truth is, once oils are imported or blended, tracking the source becomes nearly impossible. So if your oil seems unusually cheap, or the color looks darker than normal, it might not be as fresh as you think. The healthy seed oil marketing trap. Now here's the part that really hurts. The oils most often labeled heart healthy are sometimes the ones doing the most harm when used every day. Brands selling canola, soybean, and corn oil love to highlight their omega-3 or cholesterol-free benefits. But what they don't say is how unstable these oils become when heated. According to researchers at Harvard Health and the University of Minnesota, highly refined seed oils break down quickly under heat, producing oxidized fats that can cause inflammation and artery stress. And while you technically get some omega-3s, you get far more omega-6, which in excess can throw off your body's balance and promote chronic inflammation. One of the biggest culprits? Soybean oil. It's the most consumed oil in the US, but studies suggest it may affect hormone balance and even brain health when overused. So when a bottle says, "made from healthy soybeans," it's true. But the process that turns those beans into oil often removes everything healthy about them. If you're still watching this video and you've learned something new so far, first, thank you. It means you actually care about what you put on your plate. And if you're finding this investigation useful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. It helps our small team at BizWorld Explorer reach more people And it tells YouTube that you value real, honest information, not paid promotions. All right, let's keep going, because what you'll hear next might change how you shop forever. The light and refined label deception. Here's another trick that sounds healthy but isn't. Light oil or refined oil. When you see light, you probably think it means fewer calories or fat, right? Wrong. Light in oil usually means light in flavor or color, not healthier or lower in fat. In fact, light oils are often more processed, which removes beneficial compounds and increases oxidation risk. Similarly, refined oil sounds like it's cleaner, but refining involves bleaching, deodorizing, and heating, processes that can strip away nutrients and create harmful byproducts. So, a bottle of refined sunflower oil might look crystal clear and smell neutral, but that clarity comes at the cost of your health. The country of origin cover-up. Ever noticed how some bottles say "product of Italy" or "made in Spain," yet they sell for half the price of real European olive oil? Here's the catch. Product of Italy can legally mean the oil was only bottled there, not produced, not grown, not even pressed. Many companies import cheap oils from multiple countries, sometimes as far away as Turkey, Tunisia, or Argentina, mix them in bulk tanks, and ship them out under a famous European label. Consumers pay extra for the Mediterranean quality, but what they're getting is a global blend of unknown origin. And since the law only requires companies to list the bottling country, the real source stays hidden. The result? You think you're buying a premium imported product, but you might be getting an industrial mix that's traveled halfway around the world before reaching your plate. The expiration date myth. Let's clear up one more big misconception. The best before date on cooking oil doesn't mean it's actually safe until that day. Oil shelf life depends on how it's stored. Light, heat, and oxygen can cause rancidity months before the printed date. And rancid oil doesn't always smell bad. Sometimes it looks and tastes normal, but has already lost its antioxidants and developed oxidative toxins. Experts recommend storing oil in cool, dark cabinets and finishing bottles within 3 months of opening. If it's been sitting in your kitchen for over a year, you might want to check before using it again. The price trap. Many people believe expensive oil means better quality. Unfortunately, that's not always true. Some premium-looking brands spend more money on packaging and marketing than on actual oil quality. A $15 bottle can sometimes be worse than a $5 one, especially if it's been stored improperly or sourced from unknown suppliers. The real value isn't in the price, it's in transparency. Look for brands that share where the oil was grown, when it was pressed, and how it was processed. Because an honest $8 bottle from a small farm is often safer than a fancy gourmet label that hides its origin. The safe swaps, what you should use instead. Okay, now that we've uncovered how the industry hides behind words, let's talk about smart alternatives you can actually trust. Here's a quick guide. 1. For high-heat cooking or frying, go for avocado oil or high oleic sunflower oil. Both have high smoke points and stay stable under heat. 2. For everyday sautéing and baking, try cold-pressed canola or refined avocado oil. They handle moderate heat well. 3. For salad dressings and drizzling, use extra virgin olive oil from trusted brands like California Olive Ranch or Cobram Estate. They're tested for purity and packaged to protect freshness. 4. For flavor lovers, use unrefined coconut oil occasionally. It adds taste, but should be used sparingly due to high saturated fat. And remember, store oils in dark bottles, away from light. Never reuse frying oil more than once or twice. Don't fall for buzzwords like light, refined, or pure. The simplest labels are often the most honest. Final message. At the end of the day, this video isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Because every time you cook, you're making a choice. Not just about flavor, but about your health, your environment, and your family's future. The cooking oil industry wants you to believe all oils are the same. But now, you know that's far from true. Small habits make big differences. Read labels. Choose transparency. And don't let marketing decide what you eat. So, tell me in the comments, which oil surprised you the most today? Was it the fake extra virgin, the palm oil trap, or the reused oil scandal? I'd love to know what's in your pantry and what you're switching to after watching this. And before you go, if you learned something new today, hit that subscribe button and join our community here at BizWorld Explorer. Because tomorrow's video could be about another everyday product sitting right in your home. One you've never questioned until now. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, what you don't know about your kitchen can end up on your plate.